Welcome, guys. We're actually here in Matthew Cipes' back garden, formerly known as Cipes.
Still am.
Still am. Hasn't changed recently.
Not to my knowledge.
We've actually been for a ride, so we're just chilling out, and I thought we'd take this opportunity to do a bit of introduction. Cipes is our senior product manager. You should tell us what your title is rather than me messing it up.
That is my official title. I think more importantly, what do I do? And that is I am in charge of our full suspension, analog, and digital mountain bicycles, as well as our Alcatraz and the San Quentin line, aptly named the Agro Hardtail line.
Agro Hardtail. Agro by name and aggro by nature.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Amen. It's like a prayer. So yeah, how long have you been with Marin? And what was your history before Marin? Other than riding bikes, of course.
I've been with Marin for 9 years and 11 months, depending on what time you see this video. So let's just call it clean 10 years for you viewing public out there.
Okay.
And how I started, I love bicycles. They're really cool. I like to ride them.
Me too.
I started at a young age, and my father told me to do something in my life that I loved for work, so I chose bikes, and fast forward now, almost 17 years in the industry, and we are still living that two-wheel dream.
So that's a good point. Marin isn't your first rodeo either, right? So what were you doing? What were you doing before Marin? Other than, I mean, you started with racing some bikes, I'm sure.
Yeah. Just like every young frother, studied things in college that allowed me to get a job in the bicycle industry. In my case, that was manufacturing, engineering.
Yeah.
And I also raced in college, worked at a bike shop, and just generally was a yellow-toothed red-eye savage who hangs out in the woods. And that was me for a lot of years. And then after I got more serious about what I'm going to do after college, I worked at Paul Components doing assembly of Melvins and Neo Retro Blake levers and all kinds of cool doodads and fixins.
Yeah.
And then in 2008, I started a job at Specialized as a suspension technician, working with the mountain bike group, developing suspension technologies for mountain bikes. Did that for almost 7 years. And then I came to Marin.
And then you came to Marin. And you've obviously been very much involved and in charge of, more recently I'm sure, with the development of full suspension bikes and more recently e-bikes.
Yeah, if you rode a Marin mountain bike basically from 2017 onwards, I'm sorry, but I may help make that. So. You're welcome. You're sorry, whatever.
Yeah. Your interpretation.
You know, feel free to email the marketing team and get mad at me, or congratulate me as you see fit.
Don't email the marketing team. So, more importantly, let's talk about bikes. Have obviously been a massive part of your life. We know that.
Yeah, they're fun.
You still ride bikes regularly.
Indeed.
And you live in sunny Petaluma, California, not far from head office.
Currently.
Sunny.
And living here.
And living here, yes. And also you ride some dirt bikes. Tell us, because that's an outside hobby, outside of the industry, but still two wheels. That's still something that you're really into.
Yeah. About 15 years in, maybe let's call it 10. I was like, you know what, bikes are really cool, but I work on them every day. It is now very much so work, and I needed an outlet of two wheels that wasn't work. So quite naturally, I started to ride dirt bikes, and it was something my parents didn't let me do when I was a kid, but I really wanted to. So it's kind of like every mountain bike person whose parents don't let them do that. They end up buying a dirt bike when they have the income and time. So my wife and I go on dirt bike rides quite frequently, and I very much enjoy it. And when I say that, viewing public, we're talking about off-road motorcycles on trails.
Thanks for clarifying, because obviously in America it's dirt bikes, but in Europe we would call it moto, I guess.
Sure.
Still two wheels, and still on dirt. Some fun facts about you. Anything that's fun fact? What's your favourite food?
Favorite food? Let's just go with Din Tai Fung soup dumplings. Pork ones, xiaolongbao.
Wow.
It's fantastic. If you have a Din Tai Fung near you, go get some. It's fantastic. So that's favorite food.
Okay. And where would be your favourite place to ride most recently?
Oh, you asked me this earlier,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about it, and I wanted to be just like, can I name per continent? But to be honest,
yeah. Well, yeah, you can.
we got some really good stuff here. That's some private property that we ride on. That's just really nasty in the wintertime. And in the summertime, it's really quite nice to go up to the Downeyville Lakes Basin area.
Okay. Yeah.
And nothing really gets better than riding some mountain bikes up there and then jumping in the lake and camping with your buddies around a campfire.
Sure.
So those are kind of my favorites.
Favorites. And what about abroad?
Ooh,
Canada?
abroad, Canada. I mean, Whistler. You would think Whistler would check that box, but I think I'd rather go to Squamish.
Squamish. Yeah.
And if I'm in Europe and it's in the summertime, please take me to Morzine. If it's in the winter, I'll just go to Finale.
Fair.
Yeah. I want to try Chiang Mai in Thailand. I heard that's good.
Ah, yeah. That's apparently good for dirt biking as well. So I've heard.
Oh, well, all right.
Okay, and just to sort of finish off here, what's sort of the dream for you long term in terms of bike design? We're obviously making some of your dream builds now, but what's something that you'd really like to work on as a personal project maybe in time?
You know what? We're always trying to make Marin bikes better, appeal to more riders, but I'd really like these higher end riders buying these $15,000 bikes to open their eyes and take a look at us and give us the Pepsi challenge. And I think they'd be surprised at how well the chassis is put together, how well the suspension rides, and how they don't need to spend so much money to get an excellent riding bicycle.
Amen to that. Yeah, and something that's really important for us here at Marin is that we are very much a brand of riders. It would be fair to say. Lots of us ride bikes, nearly all of us ride bikes. And something that personally, having worked with you for a while now, which is really cool, is to actually have one of the guys or girls that are involved in producing these bikes is actually still a bike rider.
Yeah, and that is true. Every single person at Marin is a bike rider, from our CEO to our guys helping us with spec at the factory, to you creating content, to everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. Shiloh's about to come into shot.
Possibly.
We should introduce Shiloh quickly.
Shiloh, come on. Here's the most important part of the Marin family is Shiloh. This is my dog, and
Hey,
she
Papa.
goes to the office every day, and even when I'm not there. So if you come and stop by Marin, you might see her and me.
Come and see Shiloh. Brother, thank you for your time. Pleasure to work with you.